Welcome to Along the Path with Blue Springs Parks and Recreation. I'm Heather Reynolds.
And I'm Rachel Uptergrove. On today's episode, we'll learn about the upcoming Glowing Night Bike Ride, some updates on the Blue Springs Fieldhouse, and some opportunities you may not know about at Vesper Hall.
Hey, Hard, what's this?
That's my resignation letter.
You're resigning.
Why? Because you're constantly ignoring me, you're half as active as you used to be, and you eat stuff like this. You've been putting me under a lot of pressure lately. That's why I'm ready to quit.
I forgot. I'll do better. Please, don't quit on me.
Okay, but remember, it's not what you say, it's what you do.
Listen to your heart. Don't let it quit on you.
Let's go for a walk.
Uncontrolled high blood pressure could lead to a stroke, heart attack, or death. Get yours to a healthy range before it's too late.
When I was 6, I had one thing on my mind. When I was 6, my days were spent playing basketball every chance I could. When I was 6, my dream was to make it to the NBA. When I was 6, my mom had a stroke.
I'm Paul George, and I want you to learn the signs of a stroke fast. F-A-S-T.
F, face drooping. A, arm weakness. S, speech difficulty. T, time to call 911. Because the sooner they get to the hospital, the sooner they'll get treatment. And that can make a remarkable difference in their recovery.
Protect the ones you love.
Spot a stroke. F-A-S-T. Fast.
I'm here at the bike stop in Blue Springs to talk with John about our upcoming Glowing Night Bike Ride. John, I understand you've partnered with the Parks Department for a number of years on this event. How has Bike Stop been involved with the Glowing Night Bike Ride?
The ride started about 12 or 13 years ago. It was originally formed when Pam Buck, she was and still is a very good cyclist here in the area. Started off at the Centennial Pool Complex, and I think those first years it was kind of lean. It was just a ride at night, nothing really special about it. We were just looking to do something different and get the casual cyclist involved, because a lot of the rides tend to be centered around much longer distances, stuff like that. It originally started at the Centennial Pool Complex, which has long since changed names, if that tells you how long ago that was. I think it probably had 60 or 70 riders, and it just kind of showed some, small continual growth, since that time.
Well, great. And I noticed you've started an earlier time. How has that changed the event at all?
That's been very good for the event. The event used to start at 11 p.m., and a lot of cyclists wouldn't get done until almost 12:30, 1 o'clock in the morning. You're wired, you're just done with a bike ride, and the city's pumped you full of the donuts after the ride. So yeah, they weren't getting to bed till 1 o'clock, if at all. The 9:15 start that we started a couple years ago has worked a lot better. It's allowing families to come out. We're starting to see more kids come out that, yeah, it's past their bedtime, but it's kind of that cool thing that mom and dad lets them do as a group, as a family. So yeah, it's nice to see the younger riders out there participating in it now too because of that.
Good. And you've also added the glowing aspect to the night ride. What can someone do to participate in the glowing aspect, or how has that changed the event as well? Show
up and make your bike glow. What had happened was, like I say, the ride was pretty basic the first couple, 3 years. A few of us would try to do costumes and stuff like that. Nothing ever really took off. And then about 2 or 3 years ago, they started the glowing aspect of it, which is cool. The glow runs and whatnot are all getting popular too, so we're starting to see more of that. So this is just an extension of that. People are taking Christmas tree lights. We have people dressed as Santa now. We have people pulling Christmas trees. I've seen, if you can light it up, it's being pulled or dragged by the bike. A lot of people are using glow sticks. There's even contests for who does the best job of getting their bike lit up and themselves. So it's added a whole extra element of fun to it for sure.
Well, great. And what safety precautions, being that this event is held at night, do we have in place for those? And what do you recommend for people who ride their bikes at night in general?
The more lights, the better, for sure. Helmets are mandatory on the ride, as they should be all the time. They're cheap insurance. But also a good quality headlight, something that's not just a glorified flashlight. You need to determine if you want to just see the road in front of you or be seen, so the stronger the light, the better. The red flashing rear lights are very popular. With those, you can be seen up to a half-mile off, and that's kind of the biggie. Of course, most bikes are equipped with reflectors. That's kind of the minimum minimum standard by far, but especially in summertime when we start getting above 90 degrees around here, a lot of our customers, irregardless of the ride, will start riding their bikes at night because it is cooler. Bottom line is just light yourself up as best you can. There's some pretty good arguments that when riding at night you're more visible because of the lights and easily seen by cars. So.
And I understand there are 2 routes on this bike ride. Can you explain, is there a shorter route, a longer route, or what's the difference between the 2?
All the above. It's actually the same route twice. With some of the road construction that's been taking place and the addition of new trails, the route has been evolving over the years. Actually, there's rumor that this might be the last year for this particular route and that in 2016 we'll have a new one. Shop staff has always done a great job of coming up with the routes for the ride. So yeah, it's a 13-mile loop, which is great for families, kids, and we have a lot of folks that, let's face it, they like riding their bike, but they don't necessarily go out and put in 100 miles at a time.
Right.
And we've had a number of people come in, through the week after a ride saying, wow, I just did 13 on my bike. That's the furthest I've ever gone. And the next thing you know, that person gets hooked. Doing it twice is the 26-mile route, and that kind of favors the rider that is more of an avid cyclist, that it's more of their lifestyle and their release and the way they deal with stress as they get on their bike. So it lets them go out and cook out two loops really fast.
Now, a lot of people may not know that the city has 22 miles of bike routes. Have you noticed, since we've added the new bike routes, an increase in cyclists in Blue Springs?
Absolutely, of all levels. I'll be very frank, the paths don't necessarily appeal to your typical stereotype lycra-clad individual that trains for stuff. It's really helped people that are using their bike as transportation. There's a lot of folks doing that now. A lot of people will come in here and equip their bike with racks and whatnot, simply because they're like, hey, I live south and I want to hop on the Adams Dairy Parkway Trail and ride up to the I-70 and Adams Dairy landing area and do some shopping. A lot of people that live not too far are starting to commute more and more to work. So what is really, it's like anything in life. If you make something easier for someone to do, they're more going to do it.
Right.
And yeah, people are absolutely using their bikes more for transportation. They feel safer when they're 18 feet off of the road rather than with cars.
Right.
So no, it's been a great thing for cyclists here in the area.
Well, good. Well, thank you so much for inviting us to the bike stop, and we are looking forward to a fun glowing night bike ride coming up on August 8th. And now we're going to learn about some of our upcoming events and programs.
The Little All-Stars program is designed to teach the fundamentals to sports in a fun and positive environment for children ages 3 and 4 years old. These 5-week sessions are designed to cover basic skill sets needed for the sport by running through various drill stations led by volunteer coaches. Players will have the opportunity to put the skills learned into play with scrimmages during the final week of the program. Little All-Stars football begins this fall. For more information, call 816-228-0137. That's 816-228-0137. Grab a blanket and a lawn chair and head over to Rotary Park to enjoy a free outdoor movie and popcorn under the stars. Movies are family-friendly, rated G, and displayed on a huge inflatable screen with state-of-the-art projection and sound system. Popcorn will be provided for free while supplies last. Coolers, food, and drinks are welcome. Bring your own lawn chairs and blankets. Big Hero 6 will be showing Friday, August 21st. Activities begin at 7:30 p.m. and movies begin at dusk.
Welcome back. It looks like kids in Blue Springs have a lot of opportunities to play on a team, make new friends, and explore our parks. Today I'm here at Vesper Hall with Marty Bears, and we're here to talk about some of the programs and activities that they have at the Accredited Senior Center. Hi, Marty.
Hi, thanks for having me.
Can you tell me a little bit more about your Vesper Hall lunch program?
Sure. Our Vesper Hall lunch program runs Monday through Friday from 11:30 to 12:30 in the afternoon. We service the Blue Springs and the outer lying areas. We'd love to have seniors come visit us.
I bet there's a lot of work that goes into this program. Can you tell me a little more about who does all the preparation?
Absolutely. We have 7 volunteers that put in hours weekly. We also have 4 employees through the City of Blue Springs that prepare the lunches on site. All of our lunches are hot lunches that are previewed by the dietitian through the Mid-America Regional Council.
And it's not just about food, right? You offer activities and entertainment as well?
We do. We offer entertainment during the lunch hour and after the lunch hour. On Tuesdays and Fridays, we have a music band that comes in called the Jammers. We also have different entertainment opportunities during the lunch hour, such as choir entertainment. We also have special guests that come in and talk. We have Vesper Hall bi-monthly breakfasts, and we also provide retro dances bi-monthly after the lunch hour on Thursdays.
Great. So it's throughout the week. How would somebody get involved, or how can they attend?
The first step would be to contact Vesper Hall. They can also just stop in at the front counter and check in, and we will get some information from them and get them started.
Great. Thanks, Marty. Thanks for sharing that with us. And we're going to send it back to Dennis for the Directors Forum.
Thank you.
Thanks for joining me on this episode of the Directors Forum. I'm Dennis Stovall, Director of Parks and Recreation, and I'm here today with John Comaromi with Turner Construction. John was with us here a few months ago and gave us a little bit of an update on where the construction project is with the field house, and he's back today just to give us an update of kind of where we're at today, kind of where we're getting closer to completion, and I'll let John give us some information about where we're at.
Well, since we last spoke, we've basically completed all the overhead above ceiling rough-in, all the mechanical, electrical, and plumbing, and that's now finished. We're currently installing lights. We have all the walls framed and paint going on the walls, as you can see behind us. And as far as what's coming to finish the project, we've got the elevator install starting, a lot of the interior finishes, as I mentioned, paint. We have cabinets going in, we have glass, windows. The new main storefront entry will be installing signage towards the end of the month, and also bringing in flooring and the doors, and then the sports flooring. For what we're standing on now is basketball with soccer on the other side. And then we're looking at a projected completion of mid-August. So we should be wrapping things up, and we're in the home stretch.
John, I know we have some signs going on outside of the building. Maybe explain kind of that process and what those are going to entail and what they're going to look like.
So at the new front main entry on the west side, above the new wood and storefront entry, will be a new Blue Springs Fieldhouse backlit sign. And then along the walls towards the south, we've put a new wood rain screen accent on the building with sports figures that will be backlit. A soccer player, a volleyball player, a basketball player, and we're also painting those on the wall, as you can see behind us, with the same sports figures. But we're incorporating the sports figures into the signage on the exterior of the building as well as on the inside to tie the entire field house together.
John, thanks for joining us today and give us a brief update. And now I'm joined by Brian Garvey with SFS Architecture to talk a little bit about the process of how we've come up with this design. Brian's going to talk a little bit about the process that we went through to develop the facility and the features that we have in it. Brian, you've been working with the City of Blue Springs for about 2 years now as we kind of went through the community center development plan. So how did we use some of that information from the community center to develop some of the features in the field house?
Sure. So when we were working on the community center, we went through a process of developing a business plan and really reaching out to the community through an input process, which was a survey, which were community meetings, gathering a lot of input, really learning what the community wanted in a community recreation center. When the community center didn't move forward and the opportunity for the Blue Springs Fieldhouse came up, we looked at a lot of the possibilities that were in the community center. The natatorium or the indoor pool was not one for this facility. However, there are a lot of great fits. Being able to integrate 4 basketball courts, indoor soccer, which was not necessarily part of the community center project, but which is a huge need in the community, not just for Blue Springs, but all of the surrounding regional communities. The fitness area, we were able to convert from the old batting cages and incorporate a very large, very full community or fitness center. We were able to integrate party rooms for birthday rentals. We're able to integrate the child watch area so that families can really come and experience the recreation center here. We're also able to integrate the Parks and Rec department as was originally envisioned for the community center. So giving them a new home and the ability to really be part of the community recreation experience here.
And I know there's a couple features that we're not doing that we've designed in the building, such as the indoor playgrounds, some rock climbing walls. How did how did those features get involved into this? Was that more from a family aspect, trying to incorporate more features for younger kids?
Exactly. So the facility is really designed for a diverse group of users. Some of those types of amenities, like the indoor playground, the rock climbing wall, because of the volume that we have in this space, really lends itself to those types of features. However, we're able to master plan those in. So at the west end of the basketball courts, for instance, we've allotted space for the indoor playground, for the rock climbing feature to come in the future, and those are easily added.
I know we've had some discussions between ourselves just about the value that the community is getting in this building. Maybe talk a little bit about the difference in the cost of what the community center, if we would have built the community center as it was designed originally, compared to refurbishing this building that we were able to purchase.
Absolutely. So the community center was valued at between $30 and $35 million. This project, when completed, will be right around $6 million. Not only is it a huge savings to the taxpayers and still being able to provide a very valuable amenity to the community, but it also saves a building that's very large, very visible in the community, and repurposes that or re-injects new excitement and energy into a building that was already here.
Great. Appreciate your time today and your willingness to work with our community in trying to develop a facility that I think will move our community forward for years to come.
It's a pleasure.
Thank you for joining me on this episode of the Directors Forum. We hope to see you soon in the field house.
Thanks, Dennis. It's great to hear about all the new developments that are happening around town. Now let's find out about the Blue Springs Fieldhouse grand opening and membership information.
The Blue Springs Parks and Recreation Department is beginning a major process that will set the future of how the department will provide services for the community. City Council approved funding for the department to conduct a planning process that will provide city staff with a comprehensive parks and open space master plan. It is important that residents engage in the process to assist staff in hearing what the community wants the Parks and Recreation Department to become. Residents can get involved by attending community meetings, complete surveys, participate on steering committees, and other activities that will be outlined once a firm is selected. This document will evaluate the current department's facilities, programs, operations, marketing, and future parkland development. The process includes evaluation of current park conditions and amenities and compares them to national standards. The consultants will then take that information along with input from the community to develop the comprehensive plan. The plan will assist staff and elected officials with future decisions being made related to parks. As the city expands, additional park facilities will be required and current parks will need to be improved. The document will guide staff to meet the needs of our community. Currently, the Parks and Recreation Department has issued the request for qualifications to firms who conduct studies and develop plans. The RFQs are due at the beginning of August, with hopes of selecting a firm by early October to begin the planning process. It is anticipated the study will take 12 to 18 months to complete. If you would like more information on the plan or would like to assist in the process, please contact us at 816-228-0137. We hope you take this opportunity to get involved and help our staff make Blue Springs an even greater community for all to play naturally.
Don't worry, 74 people were picked before me in the NFL draft.
To fight childhood obesity, United Way and the NFL are helping kids play at least 60 minutes a day.
Okay, time for the team obstacle course. Yay!
What this place needs is more healthy kids. To get involved or donate, go to unitedway.org/play60.
Now I get it.
Here is my handle and here is my spout.
When I get all steamed up, then I shout,
tip me over and pour me out. Oh. The smallest moments can have the biggest impact on a child's life. Cheers. Take time to be a dad today.
Fall Adult Softball League registration is now open. Fall leagues are offered 5 nights a week for men's, co-eds, and women's leagues at Young Park. The Fall League consists of a 6-game season for single headers or a 10-game season for double headers. Cost is $230 per team for single header leagues and $380 per double header leagues. Registration deadline is August 19th.
Hi, I'm Eli Reynolds, recent graduate of Blue Springs High School. Did you know that 8 out of 10 teens who participate in after-school programs are either A or B students, and nearly half who do not participate in after-school programs are not likely to earn these high marks, and are 5 times more likely to be D average students. Thankfully, the Blue Springs Parks and Recreation Department has a wide variety of different after-school activities for our youth and teens. I encourage you to get out with your child and take part in one of our many programs. For more information, call the Blue Springs Parks and Recreation Department at 816-228-0137.
Vesper Hall is available for community rental 7 days a week. Room size and accommodations are intimate enough for small groups of 10 to 20 individuals or large enough for groups of up to 300. Amenities include tiered ceiling, large windows permitting natural light, gas fireplace, spacious lobby, and a PA system. Included in the rental of the multi-purpose room is the use of the Vesper Hall service kitchen as well as the setup of tables and chairs. For more information, contact Vesper Hall by phone or in person. 400 Northwest Vesper Street, Blue Springs, Missouri. Office hours are Wednesday and Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. and Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday, 8 a.m. to 9 p.m. or call 816-228-0181. That's 816-228-0181.
Hi, I'm Randy Cooper from the Blue Springs Parks and Recreation Department. Welcome to Coop's Corner. Wow, it sure has been hot this summer. Triple-digit temperatures in July, and even more on the way. Makes you want to find some way to get out of the heat. Well, I looked around and found quite a few things to do and places to go right here in Blue Springs. So let's go take a tour. Bowling is a great family activity, so check out Blue Springs Bowl at 1225 West 40 Highway and Lunar Bowl at 2201 Northwest 7 Highway. How about taking in a movie? The Blue Springs Cinema, which is located at 1901 Northwest 7 Highway, is a good place to go. They even offer special matinees for kids. If you're looking for something a little more action-filled, how about the indoor rock walls at the Ibex Climbing Gym? It's located at 1801 Southwest Outer Road. Staying cool is always easy at the Centennial Pool. Swimming and water slides are just some of the fun. And Vesper Hall offers classes and activities. Check them out on the web at bluespringsgov.com and go to the activities guide section. Well, I found a way to beat the heat right here in my own little pool. Now, if you're going to be in your own little backyard pool, make sure you don't do it alone. Be safe and have fun, but be cool out there. See you next time on Coop's Corner. If you have any questions or comments about this episode or ideas for future episodes, please drop me an email at askcoop@bluespringsgov.com.
That's the one. I will not be news today. I will not make another push to be the first man in space with frosted tips and a puka shell necklace. And I will not go viral when my terror is caught on camera when I finally realize that in the vacuum of space, no one can hear you sing. I'm Lance Bass, and I will not be trending today because there is a much bigger story that needs to be heard.
When you're out there, there's no telling what you'll find.
I see it! I see it! you.
There are some moments only the forest can inspire. Find yours at discovertheforest.org.
Thank you for joining us today. If you'd like more information on anything you've seen, please visit us at www.bluespringsgov.com, find us on Facebook, or follow us on Twitter. You can also email us at parks@bluespringsgov.com. I'm Rachel Updegrove.
And I'm Heather Reynolds.
And we hope to see you in the parks.